What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Playmates Toys Monsterverse Godzilla King of Monsters, the Ultimate Titan King Ghidorah. And on the top here it says that it has some battle damage reveal, which we can see right here, and we can see the little piece right here as well. On the back here we have an awesome picture of King Ghidorah in all of his glory, with his wings fully stretched out here. This guy looks fantastic. I don't know about you guys, but I really like King Ghidorah. So on the bottom here, it just shows a little picture where it says Battle Damage Reveal. There is a quick little read up here that says Monarch Classification Monster 0, a three-headed serpent known throughout myth as the one who is many. King Ghidorah emerges from a glacial tomb of ice in Antarctica as the world's greatest threat. The ancient winged destroyer travels the skies, cloaked with an unstoppable storm of supercell thunder, driven by a primal instinct to destroy all life on Earth as a living extinction machine. Wow. If King Ghidorah didn't look bad enough, this read-up makes him sound super menacing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for packaging, everybody. We'll be right back with King Ghidorah outside of the package to get a closer look. Alright, everybody, we're back with Ghidorah outside of the packaging. And like I previously mentioned, a few different pieces for this one. His wings are two separate pieces. We'll pop those on. And it has a battle damage piece, and you can see the battle damage piece right here. So let's pop that in. Hopefully this goes in easy. I know some of the King Kong figures that we had was an absolute pain to get it in because it was a harder, stiff plastic. This one worked out pretty good though. There's a little gap here, but it's part of the design, so you can easily remove the battle damage part here. Before we pop the wings on, let's get a closer look at this guy, because I think the wings are just going to make it a little bit harder to maneuver. But awesome detail on this one. All three faces, all three heads are the same. They are all painted very nicely. I was trying to figure out if the jaws were articulated, but it's not. But we can see that the tongue is painted. The eyes are painted. Looks pretty good. Tons of detail in the sculpt for a basic figure. We can see all the detail carrying on down. We got some spikes or some scales. We can see all the scales on him here. His nails are not painted, but there is a pretty cool design, pretty cool sculpt to his feet. And then we get down to the tail. We have two tails which are articulated, but we can see the design of the scales, or whatever you want to call it, just kind of going down the top part here. This tail looks pretty cool as well. This one's a nice not soft plastic. Yeah, it's soft, but it's solid at the same time, if that makes sense. Nothing else to really show you guys with this one. Maybe I should go over articulation very quick before I put on the wings. So for his tails, I mean, the tails spin all the way around. Both tails do. Up and down, you get a pretty awesome range of motion out of those. For his legs go forward this far, back this far, so pretty decent range of motion to that as well. And for the heads, all three heads, this one spins all the way around. You get a pretty decent movement out of that, decent movement out of this one, and pretty decent movement out of this one. The heads itself are articulated as well, so you get a full rotation out of those, and you get a little bit of movement there. They kind of move around, look around a bit, which is pretty awesome. A lot better than expected, to be completely honest, which is always good. I like when figures are better than expected. So let's pop his wings on. We can see a few little tabs here. We can see some detail in the wings as well. If you can do customs, man, you can do an awesome job with this one. Like I said, the detail is there. Put a bit of extra paint on it to make everything pop out there and separate it a bit. But the overall sculpt of this one's pretty good, man. It's pretty good mold. Alright, like I previously mentioned, we have 5 tabs there. 5 tabs actually pop in here. Hopefully they go in easy. So let's give it a try. Maybe hard to do on camera, possibly. A lot of times this stuff requires a bit of force. Oh yeah, a little bit difficult, but not too bad. There's a little gap there, but looks good on the back. And let's pop this guy in too while we're doing it. Oh yeah. So with his wings on, this guy's pretty big. I like it. And this King Ghidorah obviously is from the Godzilla film King of the Monsters, which is a newer run of Godzilla. But I think they kind of keep the same appearance. I think he holds true to his Original design, just more updated, more detailed. Fantastic. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I actually really like this one. This is my son, so I'm very tempted to get one for myself. The wings are not articulated, but when you clip them in, they actually stay into place, so that's good too. I really like that the tail is articulated, and the necks, and even the heads too. So a lot better articulation than I originally thought, which is always exciting when something is better than expected. This is not the King of the Monsters version. This is Godzilla 2014 version. Now I know King of Monsters, he is a tiny bit bigger, and his dorsal fins and all that stuff are bigger. But I just want to do a side-by-side comparison. Let's move the camera back. Here we go. So a side-by-side comparison to a NECA Godzilla 2014 to the Playmates Toys King Ghidorah from King of the Monsters. And I think that was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. I have a really bad memory. Pretty decent size for a Playmates Toys. Now we do have some other Godzilla figures here as well. These are my collection. I collect the NECA Godzillas. We have Godzilla 1984, 1985, whatever you want to call it. 1984 is the Japanese release. 1985 is the North American release, and we see that Godzilla is bigger than King Ghidorah. Alright, we do have a Bandai Movie Monster series, and this is Ghidorah, which is another cool figure. This is a new one too, so stay tuned for a review of this one, but I just want to give you guys a side-by-side comparison. So Ghidorah is a tiny bit smaller than a lot of these other figures, but at the same time, very cool. The wingspan and everything else just makes this guy look huge. I like it. Alright everybody, so that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review for the Playmates Toys Monsterverse King Ghidorah from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Overall, I'm going to give this one a solid 9 out of 10 for a basic toy line. Obviously, I can't compare it to a SH Monster Arts or NECA or whatever case may be. But considering what it is for a basic toy line, I think Playmates Toys did a fantastic job on this one. Highly recommend it for any Godzilla fan. For what it is, for a $20 figure, I mean, tons of detail. You have decent articulation. Like, what else do you want for a basic toy line, man? I really wish I could do customs, because man, you can do a lot of cool customs with this one. If you could put a bit of extra paint on this one just to make it a little bit nicer, put some more detail on it, oh man, this one would definitely pop. The sculpt is there, we just need to kind of bring it out a bit. So I think 9 out of 10 is going to be my score for this one. As always, my friends, let me know in the comments below what you think of my score of 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think of our review, and let us know what you think of these Playmates Toys Godzilla figures. These are hit or miss. I actually really like them though, for what it is, for the price point, and these are a little bit harder to find, unfortunately, for a basic toy line, for a what some may consider a kid's toy. These are definitely hard to find in our area. These can get pretty expensive. You got to grab them when they get first released, I think, and yeah, sometimes it's quite difficult. So if you can get this one, I highly recommend it. So my friends, let me know in the comments below as well, who is your favorite Godzilla character of all time? If you like the review, don't forget, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. If you really want to support the channel, we have a channel membership, which is also available. We do have a merch store if you want to check that out. Anything that this channel earns goes right back into the channel. As always, my friends, we hope you like this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.